three pre-cataclysms as three signals before start. Extraterrestrials in their messages indicate the exact date of the beginning of global cataclysms, as well as nearly equal time intervals between the three preliminary catastrophes. Thus, the date and time of global cataclysms beginning were determined many centuries ago and defined the end of the Mayan calendar. The Mayan calendar, as it is known, is a system of complex calendars created at the time of the pre-Columbian Mesoamerica. This series of calendars includes a sacred 260-day calendar called the Tzolk'in, a 365-day calendar called the Ha'ab, and a 52 Ha'ab cycle called the calendar round, which synchronized the Tzolk'in and Ha'ab cycles. The Maya believed that time was cyclical instead of the Western conception of linear time. This means that they thought that time repeated itself, so therefore, if they knew the past, they could predict the future. As you can see from the pictures, in the Mayan calendar are presented various symbols of extraterrestrial civilizations. Especially noticeable is shown a shift of a cell's brain area and its extension at the process of the united consciousness formation presented in the upper left-hand photo. By increase of the other photo, it is clear that they represent information cells of individual and united consciousness, with the expanded brain area. A cell's brain area of the fourth individual level of consciousness in the form of squares. Arranged inside small squares of ornament 5 round points depict the transition from individual to the united consciousness. The main transmitted information is about the necessity of the united consciousness formation and the transition from individual consciousness of human being to unified consciousness of all civilization. This is indicated by monotonous repetition of a circular ornament. With such high accuracy can be specified, for example, the position of planets moving in space, along with a strictly defined trajectory. However, for many centuries it is difficult to predict events that for such a long period of time may occur in this part of the universe and change the date. In this regard, there are doubts in the natural beginning of the global cataclysms, as well as the three preliminary catastrophes. The scenario of global cataclysms beginning is composed by extraterrestrial civilizations. The beginning of global cataclysms due to a critical decrease in the magnetic field of Earth is the result of spontaneous occurrence of magnetization jumps, so-called Barkhausen jumps. It is known that the Earth's core is ferromagnetic. The occurrence of these jumps, as well as their magnitude and duration, is determined by the structure of ferromagnetic material where they arise. On macro level of planet Earth, these jumps of magnetization correspond to earthquakes, tsunamis, flooding, and other natural catastrophes. Therefore, the beginning of global cataclysms is undefined floating date. The possibility of determining this point caused profound doubt. However, as this certainty still is designated and marked by the end of the Mayan calendar, it is obvious that this date is due to artificial factors. Thus, the beginning of global disasters is not a natural process, but it will be artificially caused. Since disasters are not natural, but artificial, they cannot be identified by scientists, i.e., in the nature will not occur any processes that accompany the onset of usual natural phenomena, such as a compression or easing of Earth's crust. If so, then the start of artificial catastrophes can only be pointed by extraterrestrial civilizations. An artificial origin also points equal intervals between the three preliminary cataclysms, indicated places of their origin, as well as the main direction of natural blow. Hence, three pre-cataclysms are the three signals before starting. Considering the stochastic process of jumps in magnetization in ferromagnetic and the analogy with the period before the start of the global cataclysm, a lot of rhetorical questions arise. They all point to the fact that the three pre-cataclysms, as defined by time and place, will be caused artificially. This is how the three preliminary signals that prepare the athlete on the main event. Get ready, set, go. Thus, in order to create certainty in such an important event of life of our civilization as global cataclysms, just gathered many representatives of extraterrestrial civilizations. By uniting consciousness, they will cause an action of certain force at the specified location. So one after another will arise 3 pre-cataclysms. The main blow of the first pre-cataclysm will be directed to the eastern coast of North America. The global cataclysms will begin when the ETC cannot no more hold the critical value of the Earth's magnetic field. As preliminary and global cataclysms would be started by themselves. However, the number of pre-cataclysms would not be 3, but much more, and they would arise randomly, unexpectedly, for humanity. And then on the remaining population scattered on the planet would put the knockout blow of global cataclysms, destroying the once great but very self-confident civilization of Earth, not knowing the laws of the universe. Extraterrestrials are saving our lives. Taking under tight control, very dangerous for life of humanity period of time before global cataclysms, extraterrestrials actually save our lives. From random process of chaotic occurrence of catastrophes on the surface of Earth, ETCs created certain sequence of natural processes. The randomness of natural catastrophes of increasing strength would lead to chaos in the humanity's mind, an incredible panic and suicide. In the conditions of uncertainty of the next nature blow, it would be impossible to concentrate, unite consciousness, and to make the transition for civilization for the first time passing through this process. Only experienced civilization could make it. Or, more likely, only repeatedly passed through these events civilization, knowing about the inevitability of global cataclysm's start, would make the transition much earlier, not reaching universal grief of many losses of loved ones and relatives. Humanity has to be widely informed about the scenario of upcoming events. Humanity of Earth, first passing through a similar situation, does not even imagine about the events of the near future. Unwarned humanity surely will be perished in global cataclysms, because without knowing the scenario, people of Earth until the last moments will be holding for private property. That's why extraterrestrials are very concerned about the fact that humanity of Earth must be widely informed about the scenario of future events. Each mankind have to realize that nothing can be changed. Impossible. This is a manifestation of the nature of the planet. There is no immortality on Earth, so why should we try to make immortal of our planet? This is planet Earth's age. It is quite decent and well-deserved. Extraterrestrial civilizations have clearly shown where will happen 3 preliminary catastrophes, as well as the loss of people's lives. On the other hand, extraterrestrials clearly indicated that mankind will be able to make the transition only before the second cataclysm, because the number of remaining people will be insufficient to cause the laser beam as the start mechanism of the transition. Thus, humankind is warned, and consequently, the future depends on us.